Welcome back into another episode of the Spaceman 2.0 Phoenix Truth Rising Show, here to help you grow in the knowledge and wisdom of truth, and the truth will set you free. We're going to get right back into, and they called his name IMMANUEL. I am SANANDA, the redeeming of Judas Iscarioth's true friendship to Jesus, Emmanuel, who was his true friend and scribe. And this is basically the gospel of Judas Iscarioth and the true teachings of Jesus and what he truly taught. So continuing on with part 11, we'll just finish off with false swearing. At all times, let your speech be only yes, yes, or no, or no. Whatever is beyond that violates the laws. An eye for an eye. You have heard that it has been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I tell you, exercise justice according to the natural law of creation, so that you find the verdict in logic and wisdom. Exercise love where it is warranted, and punish where the law of nature demands punishment. You shall further remain within the laws of the creation in deciding justice, for you may not impinge upon the laws of the creation in that which has already been laid down for thy judgment in wisdom. Give unto him who asks of you, if the request is made sincerely, and turn thee away from him who asks of you in dishonesty, to deprive you of that which is yours in order to elevate his own comfort and status. You have also heard that it has been said, you shall love thy neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, exercise love and understanding according to the natural law of the creation, so that you act and feel rightly according to justice and logic. Exercise love where it is warranted, and despise where the law of nature demands punishment. Perfection of spirit. You shall be wise and learn knowledge, for you shall become perfect in spirit as the creation which created you. You shall train your spirit in the course of incarnations at many, many levels, and let your spirit become perfection. Thus, you can become one with the creation. And thus it was that Emmanuel taught those ones who came unto him in search of wisdom and truth. He continued his teaching thusly: watch your piety, practice it before the people with right words, lest you be accused by them of lying, whereby you find no reward from them. Choose your words in accord with logic and consider the knowledge and behavior of nature. When you give alms, you shall not publicize this, as do the hypocrites in the synagogues and in the streets, in order to be praised by the people who witness. Verily, I say unto you, they have no reward, because they give alms solely for selfish reasons. Prayer. When you pray, you shall call upon the omnipotence of the Spirit, and you should not babble as do the ignorant and selfish, for they think that they are heard, because they use many and grand words. The spirit of man does not require many words, but it requires the knowledge of its power. Pray, therefore, in knowledge to the almightiness of the Spirit, that is grandeur and power is infinite. If you do not know how to pray directly to the almighty power of the Spirit, then use instead something sacred through which you will enter into the Spirit. For never be like the ignorant, the hypocrites, and the selfish, who revere some thing or object, believing that the almighty power of the Spirit somehow dwells within it. You must be aware that the object is only an opening of the way through which the almighty power of the Spirit can be reached within thyself. Therefore pray as ones that know, and therefore you should pray thusly. A perfect prayer. My Spirit, you are omnipotent. Your name is holy. May your realm be incarnate in me. May your power reveal itself within me, on earth and in the heaven. Give me today my daily bread, and thus let me recognize my transgressions and errors, and I shall recognize the truth. And do not lead me into temptation and confusion, but deliver me from error, for yours is the realm within me, and the power and the knowledge forever. Amen. For when you pray to your spirit, whatever your request will be given to you, if it truly is a desire. For believe with knowledge, and you will receive. Just a side note to the perfect prayer, that's the Lord's Prayer. And in the Lord's Prayer, there's 10 stanzas, and this one there is as well, 10 stanzas. They go along with the 10 Sephiroth and the Tree of Life. If you acknowledge that, you can see how they align that right up with your 10 Sephiroth, with your 10 chakras within your body. Having said that, I'm going to move on. Spiritual poverty. If you believe in false teachings, namely that power and spirit do not dwell within you, then you will be without knowledge and live in spiritual poverty. Though you will receive now and then that which you will ask for in your false belief of alienated sanctuaries, idols, and gods, you will receive only because of your strong false belief, without knowledge of the real truth. For verily I say to you, Blessed are only they who serve the real truth and knowledge, for only they are to receive in honesty. Rules to live by. Consider carefully the way you do of your fasting. If you choose a fasting, you shall not appear cross like the hypocrites, for they disguise their faces so that they appear to be something because of their fasting. Verily, I say to you, they have no reward inasmuch as they fast only for selfish reasons, for the sake of appearance. But when you fast, anoint your head and wash your countenance, lest you appear before the people with your fasting, but before your own spirit which is hidden. You fast for the sake of your health and expansion of your spirit and knowledge and wisdom, and not else. Any other reason is self-indulgent and for the appearance unto others. You shall neither amass great treasures on earth, where they are eaten by moths and rust, and where thieves dig for them and steal them. For where your treasure is, there also is your heart, and the true treasure is wisdom and knowledge. When thy earth journey is complete, you shall be separated from all earthly treasures. So better you build thy treasures in the realms of heaven. The eye is the light of your body. If your eye is clear, then your entire body will be light. Vision goes beyond that which is witnessed by a sighted eye. If your eye is evil, your entire body will be most dark. If the light in you is dark, how great will the darkness be? Nobody can serve two masters. Either he will hate one and love the other, or he will adhere to one and despise the other. You cannot serve your spirit and mammon. Therefore I say unto you, do care about the knowledge of your spirit, about that which you eat and drink, and care about your body and what you will wear. For is it not the spirit life and the body more important than all the treasures of the world? The spirit of man, which is thirsting for truth and knowledge, cannot preserve his earthly life without his body, for they are one. Man should take care to increase the knowledge of his spirit, care about the laws of life, and have concern with food, drink, and clothing on behalf of his body, which houses his spirit. But you shall not spend of thy time in concern of storing up great treasures, for you need them not. Behold the birds below the sky, they eat the harmful insects, and they have feathers as clothes. Yet they have no spirit. They work because this is their duty, and they are fed and clothed by the creation. Are you not more than they? You can think independently through your free spirit and the great and wondrous thinking mind God has given unto thee. You can work independently, and you can independently prepare food and drink and clothe your body, and it is your responsibility to do this for yourself. Behold the lilies in the marsh, where they grow. They do not work, nor do they spin, yet verily I say to you, the lilies also fulfill their duty by giving pleasure to the eye with their beauty. I say to you, that Solomon in all his splendor was not clothed as any one of those blossoms. Should you not do so much more for yourself, since the creation sustains and clothes the grass on the field, which is here today and thrown into the oven tomorrow? The grass fulfills its duty by serving as fodder and fuel. But you of little faith, are you not much more than the grasses? Therefore take care for the wisdom and knowledge of your spirit, and take care lest you suffer from lack of food, drink, and clothing. For verily I say to you, if you suffer from hunger, thirst, and nakedness, wisdom and knowledge are driven away because of worry, for thy mind will not find freedom. Neither shall you neglect your own attention to caring for self, and that you depend upon another to supply these things unto you, unless you are infirm, and have an interval of inability to tend of self. First and foremost, think of the realm of your spirit and its knowledge, and of comforting your body with food and drink and clothing. You must ensure respite, that the body not be fatigued into illness, and you should not remove responsibility from others, in that you perceive you should tend of others who can tend of themselves. You should take care in thy charity that it be worthy in its placement. You must also care for the following day, for tomorrow will not care for you by itself. It is enough that each day has its own cares, so that you should not have to worry about the needs of your physical well-being. But you should not dwell nor hoard, for the supplies will but rot and deteriorate. Take care in moderation and in expected need, but do not place such stress on the morrow that you do not use those things given unto you for the use of today. Then Emmanuel asked those gathered with him to consider judgment. Judge not falsely, lest you be falsely judged. For with whatever judgment you judge,